Elaine, a very good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for your time this afternoon. Firstly, you would be happy that the new government, this coalition government, has continued on with the lunch program.
Very happy. Feeding children is one of the most important societal responsibilities that we have. It makes a difference to the rest of their lives, how well they're fed.
The previous government's food program was very costly, and David Seymour believes that he can deliver nutritious food to children but save money at the same time. And you heard me in the intro naming some of the things that could appear, also teriyaki chicken, a veggie-loaded mac and cheese. Is it important to offer this kind of variety, Elaine? Is it necessary?
Oh, absolutely. The key to good nutrition is variety, because we are made of the molecules we eat. So you cannot make silk out of cotton, as it were. And to grow good children, you need good building blocks of good nutrients. And it's not just the protein, fat, carbohydrate. It's also the vitamins and minerals that come in the variety of food. So by putting variety of vegetables and fruit and different protein foods in the lunchbox, it's going to make a difference to how well the child grows and develops.
Mr. Seymour also said that he would be happy with sandwiches and fruit as well, nothing too fancy, to make sure that taxpayers' money was spent wisely. If, Elaine, it turned out it was just sandwiches, would that be okay? Because, I mean, that's what we grew up on.
Absolutely. I mean, there's sandwiches and sandwiches. So the type of bread that we eat, whether it's just made with white flour or it has grains in it, will make a big difference. It was, in the last nutrition survey, it was the biggest source of protein for New Zealanders, was bread. But the quality of the bread and then the quality and quantity of the filling. So what I'm really concerned about is that children are different. And we have a huge range of body sizes in our children, particularly at high school. We have, on average, Pacific children can weigh up to 90 kilograms. So the bigger you are, the more you need to maintain that mass. And so as children grow, it costs more and more. So to have a blanket serving size across children of many different sizes, I think could be wasteful or not enough. So somehow there needs to be a bit of variety also put into the quantities that are distributed at the school.
Oh, well, it's interesting you should bring that up, because the ministry set a strict budget for the cost per serve. Now, under Labour, the minimum was $5.56 and the maximum was $8.62, depending on the age of the child and if they were older, as they got older and bigger. This program, if I'm reading it correctly, has set an average of $3 per child,
Yes,
which does sound quite low.
No, you're right. And, of course, the Ministry of Health has serving guidelines that change by age for children and increase. So in the paper we recently published about the cost of feeding a family, and particularly children, a growing child, each week can cost another $1 to feed as they get hungrier and hungrier, because the bigger the child, the more they need. And also they become more active, especially boys. People would tell you that boys have very high energy expenditure, but if they're being active like they should be, they do need the fuel and the additives to that fuel to have them function well too.
Well, do you think then, Elaine, all children at school should receive a free lunch regardless of their situation?
I think that's the best equitable way to do it. But the rollout is going to schools in higher deprivation first, and that's important. That because some children need more of a helping hand than others, but all children need to be fed. I mean, ideally, every child would have breakfast before they go to school, so they're ready to learn, and also then they'd have a good lunch as well, and that makes a huge difference to their ability to learn and also their well-being, how they feel. There's nothing worse than a hungry stomach.